mornings don't begin with alarms or sunlight. They begin with a royal announcement, a tiny, fluffy creature with a crown of whiskers and a voice softer than dreams. My kitten just meow. They just summon me into the day. That little sound, barely louder than a whisper, pulls me out of sleep like a string tied to my heart. Hello everyone, my name is Bashi. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we visited a place unlikely any other, known as Gatabaruwa Rajamaha Viharaya, tucked away high in the hills of Gatabaruwa in the Madhya district of Sri Lanka. The temple sits on Gatabaruwa, rising about 1,500 feet above sea level, surrounded by a world of green. The Rakwan Hills, the mist of the Singharaja rainforest, and the distant echoes of the Rakaba mountain range. Reaching it is no small task. The path winds steeply through dense forest, a stone, a steps, an open sky. Every step you take feels like you are walking away from the everyday world and into something sacred. The temple is believed to have been built during time of King Malagamba, and it is known for more than its age. It's known for listening. Dedicated of God Gatabaru or Rachuru Bandara Devio, the temple draws those who feel unheard, people who have been wronged, mistreated, and falsely judged. Come here with heavy hearts and open hands. They come here not just for prayers, but to ask, to promise, and to trust. And if your prayer is answered, you must keep your promise. Bring what you vowed. Speak your gratitude. Honor the invisible thread between your soul and something greater. For me, personally, I have deep respect for this belief. I have seen things I cannot explain. Maybe they are miracles. Maybe they are just beautiful timed moments. I don't always pray. I walk a more secular path. But I believe in energy. I believe in the effort. And from what I have seen, when you pour your whole heart into something, the universe notices. And I trust that if my work is real, the universe or whatever force out there will hear me. And thank you so much for standing with me this scared journey. Thank you again. If you are planning to travel here, don't expect luxuries. This temple lives right next to the wild. The people around live simple, humble lives. If you are hungry, grab a quick bite from one of the tiny roadside shops. The roads tiny too, with sharp, deep U-turns that felt like a roller coaster ride. On the way, we met a lovely lady, the breadwinner of her family, selling hoppers and other traditional Sri Lankan snacks. They are really yummy. Her smile was warmer than her foods.
අම්මේ මට බයයි කයිද කියලා. අයියෝ මං කන්නේ. එහෙනම් කිරි පුතා ඔබතුමා යන්න. යන්න. බයි.
Cuckoo. I headed down to Hirikati, one of my favorite coastal escapes. The sun was shining, the waves were the wind were calm, but oh, the day had its own plan. I stopped by this cozy little spot called Marupo Cafe and grabbed an iced matcha. It was like, maybe the day will be okay after all. But plot twist, they only accept cash. And of course, I didn't have enough. So I ran to nearest ATM, and that's when disaster struck. My nails were too long. I mean, aesthetically perfect, but financially tragic. And I couldn't pull my card out. It got stuck in machine. I stood there in full panic mode, regret in other hand. But I was able to manage the situation because I knew some people there. So here's my advice. If you are heading to down south, especially around Hirikatiya, bring some cash with you. Not all places accept cash or digital payments. And maybe keep your nails just slightly practical. Each. You might be wondering, how can one place feels like so many worlds in just a few hours? That's the magic of living in down south Sri Lanka. In no time at all, you can pass from wet zone to dry zone, from beaches to misty hills. The biodiversity here is unreal. Colorful birds, little forest creatures, wild butterflies, and the most gorgeous tropical flowers blooming like they are never heard of a stress. Life here, it is a little slower, a little lighter on the wallet, especially compared to the big city, the city of dreams, Colombo. The snack I'm eating, it is called Bite, a super cheap street snack you will find everywhere in Sri Lanka. Is it healthy? Probably not, but it's crunchy and nostalgic. You might be wondering, what is this red flower? When we were kids, we used to stick these petals on our fingers and pretend they were long red nails. We didn't know about the nail polish. We were 90s kids. We only had television at home. And I remember seeing this cartoon lady with red lips, red nails, and off shoulder red dress. I was obsessed. But something felt off. Maybe it is just me. That feeling when you're too concerned about your pets, like their silence speaks louder than words. Anyway, I asked my chef to make simple, less rice, fried rice, but he missed the point completely. Too much rice. I'm furious. So this morning I decided I'm making my own snack today. Sometimes you just got to take control of your cravings. And that's the end of today's video. Until next time, Stay curiously, stay kind, and maybe double check your ATM grip. Bye bye. Stay blessed. Love you forever. Mwah.